everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Up at the storage yard again this morning. We've come up here just to do a couple of bits. It's nothing major, but I thought you might be interested. One of them in particular. The first thing I want to do is I want to have a look at an upgrade for the inside the caravan for mobile phones. Now I've seen it on newer caravans, which is obviously part of the package that you buy, but I want to do it to ours. Ours is a 2011 Coachman, having to look at it, Coachman Canterbury Pastiche. So I want to have a look at doing something for the mobile phone. It's nothing major. It's just, you know, something I wanted to do, and I thought other people might want to see it, and hopefully we can do that. So and the other was the solar panel. But yeah, we're literally 2 days after the service now. So just touching on the service quickly. I had about 3 messages on Twitter, private messages, saying to me, Paul, why didn't you get the service engineer more involved in the actual video? Now there was 2 reasons. One, he was very professional in what he does. He's been doing it 30 years, so you know he knows his stuff. Secondly, he didn't want me following him around because he didn't want to break his concentration on what he has to do. Now, as you can appreciate, brakes, gas, electricity, all that stuff, you know, takes concentration. You've got to make sure it's right. You know, you're paying for a service, it's got to be right, and I understand that and I respect that. So he did say to me, he said, look, if you want to do the bit about the water heater, you're very welcome to. Unfortunately for me, while I was here, and I was here for 2¼ hours, while I was here, I decided to go for a walk while he was doing the service. I was gone for probably about an hour. When I came back, he was just literally finishing up, so I missed it all. But so that's why at the end of the video, I just gave you as much information as I could. The brakes were fine, electric's fine, gas is fine, the damp is fine, there's no damp in it at all, and the water heater is working fine. No one can understand it, it's working fine. So anyway, that was the reasons. I apologise if you thought you was going to see more in the last video, but yeah, it's just one of them things, unfortunately. It's you know, the guy's professional, I've got to respect that. On some other news, actually, and I've just looked at it, my jockey wheel was going down and it was flat as a pancake. Now, when Gary was here 2 days ago, he pumped it up and it's staying up. Go figure. Anyway, let's get on with what I wanted to do while I was up here. Okay, so we're inside the caravan now. I wanted to do a small upgrade on the caravan, and it was something that I'd seen in newer caravans that are coming out now, and probably last year's models as well. But what it is it's one of these. They're called a mobile phone remote charger. So literally you have this pad, which is over on the front windowsill, or it's somewhere else within the caravan. I've only ever seen them in the front window, on the front windowsill. So but these are very inexpensive, and to be honest, I actually got this, I've got 2 of them in fact, but I'm only going to put 1 in today. I bought this from the pound shop. Now being the pound shop, or Poundland, you'd think it would cost £1. It wasn't actually, it was a little bit more than that. This was actually £5. And then you've got the lead as well, which I bought brand new. That's 1.5 meters long. This, believe it or not, is actually cheaper to buy it that way from Poundland than it is to go and buy one probably on Amazon or eBay or something like that. The one I've got for my Samsung phone at home, I paid £8 just for that on its own. Then you've obviously got another lead. I think that was another £3. So that was, I think it was about 11-12 quid all in. This is half the price. I have, as you can see on the bottom there, put a bit of sticky double-sided tape. I'm hoping that that's going to be enough to stick it down. If it doesn't, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some of the foam-backed double-sided sticky tape. I don't think that that's going to be enough to actually stick it down, but we're going to give it a go, see if it works, and then once it's all plumbed in, we'll actually see if it starts charging. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put it in this area here. Now that's where I've normally seen them on caravans, is they normally sort of put them within that area there. Now we have nothing up on here when we're away in the caravan at all. This is just kept nice and clear. It's a little bit dusty unfortunately, but we're going to clean it off anyway. We're just going to use a bit of paper towel just to clean the area, but not only clean it but just to warm it up a little bit as well with the friction. So hopefully that'll be enough just to make it stick down, but we'll see anyway. We'll give it a go. Like I say, what I'm also going to do is I've got the new lead for it. That's 1.5 meters long. We're going to stick that down there in this area. I'm going to rub it, and then the actual lead is going to go down behind. It's going to come down here, and it's going to go down into the actual area where the water heater is, and we're going to take a spur off the back of the plug that's already there with a USB, a proper USB 3-pin plug. So it will still work on the mains, it will work on the battery as well. So let's hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be enough to warm it up. And just to, like I say, it'll help with the adhesion of the actual double-sided tape. So let's give that a go. Let's get that in the right place first, because I don't want it too overhanging too much. We never actually close our curtains, so that will sit there like that. So that's pretty much stuck. I'm not going to give that, I'm not going to force that too much. So this lead is going to go down here. And what I'll do is, I haven't got them at the moment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the little small wire clips and just clip that down there, so that'll actually sit down there. In fact, what I might do is go one better and just put a bit of double-sided sticky tape down there and then stick that to it. I think that might be a wise thing to do actually, is just to do that. So we just have that literally going down there. So I'm going to do that in a little while. Let me just feed the actual, excuse my sniffing, it's really cold up here today, and I know it's an awful sound to make, but that's what I'm, unfortunately. Right, okay, so let's just put that down there. Right, so let's plug that in. Okay, so that's now plugged in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this phone. This is my phone, and we're going to put it on there, and that should start charging. It should start charging. Hang on, let me just move it around a little. Oh, there we go. Let me do that again, sorry. Let me do that again. I'll go. Okay, so it should come up with a circle and that it's charging. So let me do that again. I'll pull the curtain down just so it's a bit darker so you can see. And that should come up with its charging. It's not doing it for some reason. Just give me a sec. Okay, let's do that again. Right, I worked out what it was. I hadn't plugged it in properly. Let's just do that again. And that should. There you go. There you go. So that's now charging. And you get that little blue light in the background. Once it's actually charged, the little blue light just flashes just to tell you that it's actually charged. Okay, so with the cushions like that at the moment, that's how that's going to sit. So I'm going to put a couple of tacks or a bit of double-sided tape just to hold that down there. Also, we do have one of these cushions which goes there like that. So that's actually going to protect the wire. So you've actually still got enough room to be able to put your mobile phone on there and charge it. So that's basically how that's going to sit. Let me just show you. So it doesn't interfere with anything at all. It doesn't interfere with the window blind coming down. We never use our curtains anyway, so I'm not worried about that. That's just going to sit there nicely. It's got like this little rubber ring around there which actually stops your telephone from moving around. So yeah, so that's just going to sit there like that. So I think that actually is a really good upgrade. So that's that one there. That's for me. I sit this side. and we're going to put another one over this side. Unfortunately, when I bought them yesterday, I bought two well, I bought one, that's a black one with a blue ring, and the other one I've got is white with a black ring. So there's no difference really. They both do exactly the same, but unfortunately Sarah's phone, although it's Samsung, it's not one of the best models that they do. She's got the Samsung, I think it's A20. It's literally just over a year old, but it doesn't have remote charging facility. I think I can't remember exactly what they call it now. I'm pretty much sure it's called remote charging. But that's going to be there for me now. The rest of the stuff we're going to leave within the caravan, so that as and when Sarah gets an upgrade on her phone, we can change it. That is the actual USB lead that we used. Like I say, it's 1.5 meters long. It's actually for Android phone. So what we did, I bought two of them. That one we'll just leave it in there for now. That was £1. That was a £5. Altogether it cost me 12 quid for the lot. So I think all in all that's a really good upgrade. Okay, one of the things I actually wanted to do while I was here was this. It's the shape of a rugby ball, but it's actually a waterproof case. Now obviously on our Sola Panel we have this connection. It's not ideal, it does work properly. I don't like it, but we're going to have to leave it like it is for the moment. So what I was going to suggest I do with it is actually use it for this. Now that sits inside there, and an insert there. I might have to move that out actually. Alright, let's move that one out. What I do is I'll have to just nip a bit off that before I seal this up. But anyway, when you seal it up, you can actually seal it up, and it's going to be fine. Anyway, I can open it up again. But let's get that in there. Okay, so that is nice and secure in there. Now that there's a bit of plastic running around in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use that. I think that that's going to be my best way to actually keep this nice and waterproof. Yeah, there's a little screw in there as well. Where'd that come from? Ah, okay, right, I see where that's come from. Right, okay, give me a second, I'll put that screw back in. Okay, so we've just used the screwdriver to put that back in there, and that's nice and tight now. Yeah, that's nice and tight. Yeah, so you have two screws that hold that in there. That's fine, that's all done. So what I'll do is I'll put that back in that rugby ball. I think that's going to be the best thing for this at the moment. So what we do, put that back in there, put that side in there like that. That all sits nicely in there. Close that up. I would love to tell you where you get these waterproof rugby balls, but like a lot of stuff that I seem to acquire, I've got no clue where it came from. I picked it up from somewhere, whether it was in one of our other caravans or not, I really don't know. But anyway, that I've had it for years, I've just never used it, and I don't like throwing stuff away. So I think that that is going to be absolutely excellent. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the camera running. Keep the camera running there. So we're going to put this all the way up to the back. What I've decided to do was that I'm actually going to I'll unplug that rugby ball again. I'm going to put the wire so it goes underneath the caravan, so there's less obstruction for my neighbours with their caravan. So I'll put that around the back of the wheel, and then hopefully that will then sit underneath the caravan, be nice and dry. the control box, which is on the back of the solar panel, which you could probably see. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just focus in there. Yeah, that control panel on the back there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it, and that's going to go inside the battery box. So yeah, there's a lot to do. Not a lot of time to do it, but we'll get that done. Okay, so that's what we're going to do as regard to the caravan wire. It goes through the leg there. I'm going to put the lock right through it, and that should then stop any would-be thieves. Not that there is in the storage yard here. Everyone's very honest, but you never know. So anyway, let's just put that through there. Oh, I haven't done it. Okay, so that you can't pull it through there. That's all nice and secure. And what I will do, so I'm just going to pick up the camera. What I will do now is I will remove the controller, and that's going to go on the inside of the box or underneath the couch where the heater system is. I think that's everything today. Done the lock, and I'm going to do the controller panel now, which is on the back there on the actual solar panel. So I'm going to put that, I'm actually going to put it inside under the couch. It's a dry area, it will stay nice and dry, there'll be no problem with that. I'm also going to put that wire there with that rugby ball, I'm going to put that underneath the caravan so it stays nice and dry. I've got my daughter coming up, so I'm pretty mindful of the fact that she's going to walk around the corner in a minute, so I'm going to go now. I've done everything I wanted to do. So anyway, that's the solar panel, that's going to stay there. So I've decided that's where it's going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this cable underneath the caravan so it stays nice and dry. That rugby ball contraption thing there, that will keep that plug socket dry. I've padlocked it to the leg underneath. The solar panel controller, I'm going to remove that now, and I'm going to put that underneath the front, underneath where all the fuse box and the remote control is for the motor mover, and where the water heater is. So that's going to go in there. Yeah, I think that's about it really. So I've done everything else. The remote phone charger, fantastic that is. That's all working well. Like I say, I don't have to put Sarah's one in yet because hers doesn't take a charge from a solar charger. A remote charger. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up if you thought it was interesting, and please hit the subscribe button. I've taken on some new subscribers over the last few months, and I couldn't be more grateful. It keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down. I've gained 10 subscribers and I lose 5 subscribers, so you know, it's one of them things. But anyway, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.